Rosh, Boker Or, Masechet Nazir Daf Vav Amud Aleph. Yeah, Mitzat Yom Kekulo. Yeah, what does that mean? He comes and he says, Vav Amud Aleph. We just add a question against Bar Pada. The question against Bar Pada was, one more time, we just said a person comes and he says, he does 2 Nezirot, right? So he accepted upon himself 2 Nezirot. So he has to do 60 days. So according to what the Gemara says, he's going to do the first haircut on 31st, second haircut on 61st. Ask the Gemara, I understand according to the Matana makes sense. Because the first one you have to do 30 days, and then therefore you only do the haircut on 31st. And the second one is going to be on the 61st. But according to Bar Pada, that he's saying that the first one is going to be on the 30th day. So it should be 30 and 60, not 31 and 61. So what is the pshat according to Bar Pada? Bar Pada is going to say Masechta. Let's see the Seifa. Im gileach et harishona liyom 30. If you did do the haircut on the 30th day, megaleach shniya liyom hashishim. Then you do the second one on the 60th day. So he says, so therefore, this is actually a proof to Bar Pada. Because you see from here, if you did take the haircut the 30th, you could do the 60th, and that's exactly what Bar Pada actually holds. So says the Gemara, Ela Seifa Mesayeh Alei. The Seifa is going to be a proof. The Reisha Beomer, and Reisha is going to tell us, Beomer Shlemim. Meaning, if he said Shlemim, so then that's what we're talking about. You said Shlemim, you have to do 31 and 61. But the Seifa is no, you didn't say Shlemim. So you could do 30 and 60. And that is exactly like Bar Pada. So says the Gemara, fine. So now it's a question against Rav Matna. Rav Matna, Kasha Seifa. So then according to Rav Matna is the question. Why? Because if according to Rav Matna, Stam, it's always going to be 30 days, which means you can only take a haircut on the 31st day. So what are you going to do now? So he says, Rav Matna, it's going to be Kasha Seifa. What's going to be now with the Seifa? So he says, Amalek Rav Matna is going to answer you. Kediktani Seifa, just like we learned to the Seifa, Yom Shloshim ole lekan ulekan. The 30th day, right, is going to be used for both. Meaning, the 30th day is going to be used for the beginning, the end of the first 30 and the beginning of the second 30, right? So says the Gemara, Maihi, what is that? Miksata yom kekulo hamra chadazimna. Meaning like this, right? And by the way, this is actually a question nowadays also that we don't do it. For example, a person passes away. He lived to 120. He passed away. Chazak u'baruch. Yeah, okay. Now all of a sudden, we start counting the Shiva. So today is Thursday. So you count the Shiva. Today, he passed away. They buried him. They sat Shiva. As long as they sit right before the Shekiah, as long as they sat down, it's counted as a day. So therefore, right, today is Thursday, Friday, Shabbat, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday night is Mishmarah. Wednesday morning is when they finish the Avelut. Why? Because even though Wednesday is the 7th day, so technically speaking, they should sit the entire day. Mitzata Yom Kikulo, what does that mean? Part of the day is the entire day. Okay. Chazak u'baruch. Part of the day is the entire day. Now you do the Shloshim. Remember that the Shloshim is always from the Kvura, not from Yom HaMitah. Okay. So now you're doing the Shloshim. So now you count the Shloshim. How do you count the Shloshim?
So if you say night, on Thursday before the Shkia, then Thursday is the first day.
Thursday is the first day for sure. According to everybody.
That's the Gvura.
Exactly.
Right.
It was the same day Kvura,
so
and
that's the first day that you count.
So that's the first day that you count the Shloshim. So maybe I could do it though in a different way. Why? I could say to myself like this: what did I just do? The next Wednesday, I just had 7 days. Correct? Because I did Thursday, Friday, Shabbat, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday is the 7th day. Now maybe I should count now from that Wednesday, and I could count to the Shloshim. So if Wednesday was the 7th day, right? So now I would do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Shabbat. I would go until 30. And 30, you also say Mitzvah Yom Kikulo.
23 from here.
Which one?
You're going to add.
Yeah, you're going to add 23 from here, right? And then, right, what happens is that I should. But if you do it that way, you're gaining an extra day. Why are you gaining? Meaning like less, meaning that it's gaining, meaning that you don't have to do Shloshim for an extra day. It says why? Because that means you're counting Mitzvah Yom Kikulo on both sides. Because you're counting the 7th day, Mitzvah Yom Kikulo, backwards. And then you want to count today, which is the 7th day, as the first day of the Shloshim, right? Meaning the first day of the 23 towards the Shloshim. And then on the Shloshim, you're also doing Mitzvah Yom Kikulo. So says the Gemara, Mitzvah Yom Kikulo, how do you say Mitzvah Yom Kikulo? Hamra Chadazimna, you already said it once, which means you cannot use the Mitzvah Yom Kikulo on both ends. you could only use it once. So Mao the Tema, so says the Gemara, I would have thought to say Hanamil Linyan Chada Nizirut. To do with one Nizirut, you cannot come and use it as if to say like two kulas. Avalishte Nizirut, but for two different Niziruts, lo. I would say Be'emet, right, that we're not going to come and say Mitzvah Yom Kikulo, right? Because since you already have the Mikzato Rishona the Yom Lashlim et Yom Acharon Shel Nizirut, I can't come and now count it also as the next part as well. Kamashmalan comes to teach you that even in such a case, you could say Mitzvah Yom Kikulo, and you're going to be Mitzaref the Shloshim also to the second Nizirut. That means basically what's happening is that you have the two different Niziruts. Okay? If you're going to count it straight, 60 days, right? So therefore, there's nothing to talk about. You're going to have to wait until the 61st, right? And even more, because if you're going to count the first one until the 31st, and now start a new count, it's going to get you to even probably 61 or 62 even. Here, what are you doing? Hi'ilu, what we're saying is that even though it's two Niziruts, I'm counting it on both sides. So the 30th day, I'm counting backwards, and I'm counting forwards. That's what he's saying. And that's the chidush that we're talking about over here. Hanemile, I would have thought to say only Linyan Chada Nizirut, that you could not say, right, Mitzat Yom Kekulo, right, on both ends. But to do Shte Nizirut, I would say that you don't say it. Kamashmaran comes to teach you that even in such a case, you could say Mitzat Yom Kekulo, and you're going to add the Yom HaShloshim, Leminyan Shte Nizirut Kechad. That means it comes out that the same day is on both counts, backwards and forwards. I would have thought to say, listen, you finish the package. When you finish the package, start a new one. No. That 30th day is the last day of the previous and the first day of the next. And that's what we're saying. Okay? 1 second. Now we learned in a Mishnah. Im gilach b'yom hashishim chaser echad. If a person came, right, and they took a haircut on shishim chaser echad, which is basically going to be the 30th day of the second Nizirut, yatsa, he's going to be tzarech chova, shiyom hashishim oleh leminyan, because yom hashishim is going to be oleh leminyan. Bishmal the Rav Matna, I understand Rav Matna, it's going to be good, right? Why? Because that's why it says yom hashloshim is oleh leminyan shtei Nizirut. Because if it's not going to be oleh to the Rishona, lo yetzarech chova. So therefore, you have to say that obviously it's going to be oleh for both, right? But lebarpada, according to Barpada, lamali, why did the Mishnah have to tell you that Yom Shloshim oleh l'nezirut rishona? Hamar Shloshim chaser echad. He always said that it was always going to be 29 anyway. So therefore, if it was always going to be 29, you already finished the day before. So what's going on according to Barpada? So he answers, Amalecha, Barpada is going to answer you, Ananamia ha samche. I'm also somech, right? That basically from here, that's the Ikar Shita, that it's not only going to be 29 days, because Barpada is explaining that, which is the Mishnah says, Yom HaShoshim oleh leminyan, that the 30th day is going to be oleh leminyan. The kavanah is that it's going to be considered the first day to the second Nizirut as well. But it's not going to be oleh to the minyan Nizirut Rishona, because you don't need it, right? You already finished it. So therefore, he's saying, from this is actually a proof to me, not a disproof to me, because I'm actually saying, you're right. You don't need 30 days, right? You only need 29. Fine. We're going to try to ask another question on Barpada. Remember, there was a machlok with Barpada and Rav Matna. We keep on asking questions against Barpada. Tznan, we learned on the Mishnah, Misha Nazir, right? What happens if a person comes and he says he's going to be a Nazir? V'nitzma b'yom hashloshim. He became tameh on the 30th day. Soter etzakol. He was mevatel all the Nazirut. Because basically, if a Nazir becomes tameh during his Nazirut, it's ki'ilu that he didn't do his Nazirut, and therefore he has to start again. Did you just hear that? He has to start again the entire Nazirut. So imagine the last day when you're going to be saved, boom, start again. Yeah? So Bishlam and Rav Matna, I understand Rav Matna and Yicha makes sense. Why? Because the 30th day, right, you're still 30 days. You're still there. But according to Barpada, it's a question. You already finished it. You already did 29 days. So Gamarnu. Well, why now if you got Tameh on the 30th day, you wipe everything off the chart? Vava Mubet, 6b. So Amalecha Barpada is going to tell you, Ema Seifa. Let's see the Seifa of that Mishnah. The Seifa says, Elmaleh says, Eno soter el shiv'ah. You're not being soter the entire Nizirut. You're only being soter the 7 days, which means that a person that's tameh cannot bring his korban Nizirut, and therefore he has to do another Nizirut of 7 days in order to bring his korban. Now, if you're going to tell me that you actually need the 30 days, right? Nisor kulhu. it should actually be soter the entire 30. Meaning Barpada flips the coin. This was the question against Barpada. A person comes and he becomes tameh on the 30th day. If he becomes tameh on the 30th day, we said that it's completely soter the entire thing. Says Barpada, but what does the Seifa say? The Seifa comes and he says, right, what happens right now, right, if Rabbi Eliezer, he says that it's only going to be soter Shiva, not the Shoshim. So you see from here, why is it only the Shiva? Because you need to wait 7 days until you're able to come and to bring how do you call it?
Wait 7 days.
7 days in order to bring the Qurban.
Of the period.
Yeah, in order to bring the Qurban, because you just became Tameh.
So he's saying
the person's Tameh, so therefore he's going to say, if it's day of 30, that's a proof that on day 30, you're not soter the entire 30th, the entire 30 days. You only need to wait 7 days, but you have a technical issue. You can't bring a Qurban when you're Tameh. So wait 7 days, and then you bring the Qurbanot. So answers the Gemara, the same thing that we answered before. According to Shittat Rabbi Eliezer, so therefore, to do with the Qurbanot, he didn't bring the Qurban yet. He didn't have time to bring the Qurban. So okay, so he doesn't bring the Qurban. But mitzat shenido, right? He comes and he says, if you say mitzat yom kekulo, you already did the 30 days. If you already did the 30 days, so obviously you do not need to do, right, another new 30 days. Okay? Next. Tanan. We learned in the Mishnah. Hareni nazir mea yom. A person comes and he says he's going to be a nazir for 100 days. Benitma biyom mea. He became tameh on the 100th day. Soter to call it annuls every day. Right? Rabbi Eliezer says, and also the Shoshim Levad, it's only going to be soter 30 days. Now, if you're going to tell me now, Rabbi Eliezer holds mitzat yom kekulo, nisor shiva. Here we go to the next case. One more time. A person comes and he says, I'm a nazir for 100 days. Yeah? All of a sudden, when did he become tameh? On the 100th day. That's when he becomes tameh. Says the Gemara over there, the Mishnah over there, Rabbi Eliezer comes and he says, the first shita comes and says soter et hakol. Rabbi Eliezer says you're only going to be soter 30 days. And he says, one second, if you hold mitzat yom kekulo, the second that you started the 100th day, Kaddish, you're done. Mitzat yom kekulo. So why does it say then soter the shloshim? It should be soter shiva. So says the Gemara, and if he doesn't hold, right? If he doesn't hold mitzat yom kekulo, it should be soter the entire thing as well. Which means like this, they come and they say, they're trying to bring a proof from Rabbi Eliezer. The proof of Rabbi Eliezer is, one second. Rabbi Eliezer comes and he tells you if a person becomes tameh on the 100th day, so they're going to be soter the shoshim. So says the Gemara, if you hold the mitzat yom kekulo, it should be soter only 7. Why? Wait 7 days and then bring Qurban. So they ask back, one second, and if you don't hold the mitzat yom kekulo, so then what should happen is, it should be completely uprooted the entire thing. You just destroyed the full 100, because you went in a batch of 100, not in a batch of 30. So answers the Gemara, Leolam lo amrina mitzat yom kekulo. Really, we do not say mitzat yom kekulo according to Rabbi Eliezer. If so, to be soter the entire thing. Amar Shakish says Shakish. I know Tamad Rabbi Eliezer. Rabbi Eliezer says, Amar Kral says the pasuk Zot Torah Nazir biyom melot niyemei nizro. HaTorah amra nitma biyom melot teno Torah Nazir. It's like a chidush. The Torah is telling you that if you became tameh on Yom Melot means the day that you're fulfilling, you're finishing off your Nezirut.
There's no mitzvah.
You only just have to do another Yom Melot. You only have to just do another Nezirut. What's the Stam Nezirut? 30 days. So even though you said 100 days, I'm not going to cancel out now 100 days. If I said Mitzat Yom Kekulo, you're not soter anything. Or you're only just soter 7 days, but you have to wait 7 days to bring a Qurban. But if you're going to tell me now that you do that, really, Be'emet, you should be soter the entire thing, the entire 100. But there's a special halakha. Special halakha is that when you come and you become tameh on Yom Melot, you only have to come and do a new Torah Nazir of Yom Melot. So says the Gemara, so lema ketanaim. Why didn't I just say it's a machloket tanaim? What is the machloket tanaim? Ad Melot Hayamim. When it says in the pasuk, Kol Yemei Neder Nazir, Ta lo yavor lo sho ad Melot Hayamim asher yazil Hashem. Shome'ani. We learn from here mi'ut yamin shenaim. We learn from here that the minimum of 2 days is always going to be 2. So Talmud Lomar comes to teach you when it says Kadosh yeh gadel pera ve'en gidul serpach mishloshim yom. It never is considered that you have long hair until after 30 days. Meaning within 30 days, it's not considered long hair. Right? The shloshim that a person has to do, right? When a family member passes away after 120. What is the shloshim? It's that the hair starts becoming heavy, right? Because before the 30 days, there's no such thing. These are the words of Rabbi Yoshiyah. Rabbi Yonatan says, Eno tzarich, I don't need this from a pasuk. Why? Because I'm actually learning from the pasuk itself. Harei omer, it says in the pasuk, Ad melot hayamim. E'elu hen yamim shetzrichim lemalot. Which yamim do you have to actually mamash lemalot otam? You have to fill them up. Heve omer shoshim. That's the 30 days. Because sometimes the chodesh is 29 and sometimes the chodesh is 30. So therefore, you see from here, from the fact that the pasuk says ad melota yamim, you have to fill it up. What's the maximum amount of days that a month could have? 30. Correct or not? We only do 30 days. It's either 29 or 30. So therefore, because of that, ad melot, you have to fill the month. How do you fill the month? 30 days. So says the Gemara, my love Rav Matna Damak Rav Yoshia Barpada Damak Rav Yonatan. We're not talking about the Rav Matna that he says it's 30 days. He holds like Rav Yoshia, right? Like Rabbi Yoshia that he says that obviously it's Kadosh Yeh 30. Ubarpada and Barpada that he comes and he says that it's 29 days. He holds like Rabbi Yonatan that he says that it's going to be actually really be'emet. Ad melot, which means ad liyom miluo v'chodesh, which means 30 days, but it's not the actual 30th day in itself. So Malach Rav Matna tells you no. Kule alma shloshim ba'inan. According to Rav Matna, everybody holds that you really need 30 days. Ve'hacha ve'ad bichlal pelige. But here the machloket is: do you say ad bichlal or not? Rabbi Yoshia holds that anytime when it says ad velo ad bichlal means that you do not need the extra, the last day. Okay, so therefore he comes and he says, Rabbi Yochanan comes and he says ad bichlal, that it does include the last day. Meaning, for example, if I'm going to come and I'm going to say you're not going to eat until 4 o'clock, does that mean until 4 o'clock, that the 4th hour into the day, or not? Right? Or I'm going to say until the 15th. The 15th, meaning the 15th, I'm already good to go, or the 15th day also is the last day. And once it becomes a 16th, it's going to be good. Which means, do we say ad bichlal or ad velo bichlal? Meaning, do we say that it is included or not included? So because of that, it's a machloket. We do not know. Says the Gemara. More comes and he says, what are the days that you have to actually fill them up? I'm going to say that these are the 30 days. So says the Gemara, ve'ima Shabbat. So he says, one second, when it says ad melot yamim, maybe the kavanah is Shabbat, because Shabbat is mashlim the Sheshet Yemei Bereshit, which is called the Shavua. So if you're coming ad melot to fill up what? Fill up a month. Maybe it's filling up a week. So says the Gemara, Shabbat miika chasiruta. There's no such thing as something lacking by Shabbat. Meaning by a month, you have a month which is chaser, and a month which is maleh. So when I say ad melot, you have to fill it up. How do you fill it up? 30 days. And then the entire machloket is ad bichlal or ad bichlal. But Shabbat, there's no such thing as a Shabbat less than a week. So for Shabbat, it's always going to be a week. So therefore, that's why he comes and he says, there's nothing less than that. So Zayin Amud Aleph, we're just going to get to the Mishnah. So ve'ima shana. So he says, maybe it's a year, because there does exist obviously a full year, or not a full year, which means there exists a leap year of 13 months, and there exists, right, not a leap year. So says the Gemara, mi maninan liyomeh. He says, what? Do we come now, we're going to count days, right, for the year? But Rabbanan de Kesare Amre, Rabbanan de Kesare, they come and they said, how do we know that we don't count days for the year? Which means like this. Even though we know that there's 365 days in the solar calendar and 354 in the lunar calendar, we don't count days for the year. We count months for the year. And in the months, we come and we count and we establish according to the months. We don't pay attention to the days. Okay, and therefore he comes and he says, how do we know that? He comes and he says, when it says Lechotzei Hashana, you're only going to count the year according to Lechotzei Hashana and not according to the days. So therefore, that's why we don't care about the days. Therefore, I cannot come and tell you that it's, when we're talking about Melot, is the Shanim to do with the days, because I don't care about days in Shanim. I'm only applying to the concept of Chodashim. With this, we finished. Wonderful.